Well, after warnings from major airlines, AT&T and Verizon are pushing back rollout of 5G service around airports once again. It was supposed to happen tomorrow, but airlines said it would have caused chaos at airports across the country, causing safety issues and disrupting up to 1,000 flights a day. Wireless companies have repeatedly said the concerns are unfounded. David Caltabiano is on this story live at Sky Harbor tonight with more on this ongoing dispute. David.
Yet a good evening. Here at Sky Harbor, officials wouldn't say if that delayed rollout would happen outside of the airport. The telecommunications companies, AT&T and Verizon, wouldn't say which airports this is happening at. We reached out to FAA. They couldn't give us many answers. So it's been a chaotic scene coming up to this situation tomorrow. And there are precautions in place for these 5G towers, but you can still expect to see some flight disruptions on Wednesday. Planes grounded, travelers missing flights, shipments delayed, leading to supply chain issues across the country. Those are the catastrophic concerns from CEOs of major airlines, as 5G towers from Verizon and AT&T were supposed to be activated tomorrow, once again delayed around some airports after those CEOs wrote to President Joe Biden.
Certainly, minimizing flight disruptions, ensuring safety in travel is a top priority.
Well, Sky Harbor Airport among 49 others to be on the FAA's 5G buffer zone. For the next 6 months, wireless companies have agreed to turn off transmitters, make other adjustments to minimize potential 5G interference with sensitive aircraft instruments used in low visibility landings.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just like if you were driving your car and you were on one radio station, you kind of hear another radio station sometimes.
Parker Northrup is with Flight School Embry-Riddle. He says there's been no testing with 5G and is concerned frequencies could get crossed.
And that bleed over is obviously dangerous in the sense of we use this equipment to ensure the safety to not be too low when landing, especially in low visibility situations where the pilots can't see the runways. So that equipment that's saying how high above the ground they are has to be very accurate in order to maintain the safety of the passengers and the crew.
The telecom companies have pushed back on that idea, stating 5G rollouts have been safe and effective in other countries. Despite tomorrow's concessions, the FAA does expect some issues with the agency only clearing 45% of equipment on airliners to operate with 5G networks. Here's airline expert Henry Hardevelt.
If you don't have to travel on Wednesday, don't. If you can postpone your trip even 24 hours, you may be better off. I think Wednesday is going to be a very chaotic day.
Well, that airline expert with the stark message saying that disruptions could continue for weeks. Of course, this is a developing story. Another note to make about those telecom companies, AT&T and Verizon, they didn't say when they would have their full rollout after delaying it at some of those airports they have yet to name, Yada.